All right, y'all. Well, look, welcome to the AI Chat Widget Workshop. We put a lot of time and work into this, and shout out to our developers who have made some big modifications behind the scenes. If you have not yet, you want to make sure you jump into the labs portion of your high-level admin account. There are some things you got to turn on from time to time. As we get into this training today, results may vary. Past performance is not a guarantee of future performance. High level does not guarantee you'll experience financial gains or generate revenue, as results will vary. We're going to be sharing some best practices. We're going to be sharing some tips, some action items. But the biggest thing here is for you to do the actual work and jump on the live Zoom call as needed. If we have not had a chance to meet, my name is JB, John Bermudez. I've had the privilege and honor of hanging out with y'all at in-person or online, and I'm your host for today. I'm going to be making sure that we get all of your questions answered, and we're keeping an eye out for your feedback so we can always do our better job in perfecting our product. And I have today my special guest, Mr. Haplin, Milgrom-Hills. Many of you have probably seen him at in-person events throughout the globe, but more importantly, in our university playbooks and on our YouTube channel. You just can't get enough of Haplin. Haplin, for those that haven't had a chance to meet you yet, could you share a little bit about your expertise and why you're so passionate about joining us on these lives?
Yeah, if we haven't had a chance to meet yet, I hope we get to soon. I hope to see you guys at Summit. But like JB said, my name is Haplin. I am on the product marketing team. I've got a master's in organizational psychology, but my real resume comes in the form of agency experience. I helped grow an agency back in the day up to 6 figures, doing a lot of the stuff that HighLevel does really well. This was even before HighLevel started. And then once we found HighLevel, I was in as a beta tester, and I never looked back. I've been a customer of HighLevel since late 2018, believe it or not, which is about as far back as you can possibly go. But I've had the privilege of being a direct employee on the team, talking about these awesome tools and sets of tools inside of this marketing operating system that is HighLevel for the past 18 months or so. And I've had the privilege of getting to coach over 1,000 digital businesses just like yourself. Really, bottom line is I am a button clicker like you guys. I'm not techie. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a developer. I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm an implementer and an operator, a business operator that just wanted to learn how to use software to figure out how to get better results on the marketing side for the businesses that I've worked with. And so I hope that connects to you guys. If you're on this call and you find yourself in a similar position, you're just trying to figure out what buttons to click. You know, we don't need to write lines of code. We're not looking to reinvent the wheel. We just want to utilize software to get results. You're in the right place. That's my story too, and I'm super happy to get into that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Haplin, for that.
Yep.
Real quick here, before we get, for those of you that could see the screen here, definitely comment below where you're tuning in from. I just pulled up a QR code on the top corner here. It's important that you scan that QR code if you have not officially registered for this event. We had a separate registration for this event. If you're just popping in, make sure you scan that QR code now. We're going to be emailing over the assets, including the snapshot, any next steps, the playbook, and that'll also be the email that we give you access to the AI Chat Widget additional resources that become available. So this is going to be up for a few minutes. Make sure you scan that QR code. I recommend you scan it again just in case if you used a different email. Make sure you get that going. And Haplin, is there anything else from an admin perspective here that we just need to make sure people have or have given so when the training is over, they can get right to it?
Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I'm arming you guys on the call with all of the resources and support that you need. The truth is that this virtual workshop is just one small portion of all of the support and resources, education and momentum and motivation that you need to get all the way across the finish line. We have a full war chest of tools for you to utilize to be able to get the results that you're looking for. And this workshop is just one of those. So I'll make sure that we go over that. But yeah, well, you won't be able to miss it. It's peppered throughout the presentation for sure. So I don't want to jump the gun, but I can actually get to some of that right now. Live support and resources. We have 24/7 live Zoom support here at HighLevel, and that includes new trials. So even if you haven't paid for HighLevel yet, if you're just on a trial, if this is your first experience with HighLevel, you can get on a one-on-one call with our team. It's called a kickoff call. Meant to just help you get a lay of the land, help you get some of the most basic fundamental pieces of your account set up so that you have the foundations ready to to take it to the next level and implement the various different features and get the most out of them. Beyond that, it's kind of like the sister partner to this live virtual workshop is a more in-depth playbook. We made this whole AI chat widget playbook. I worked hard on it alongside one of our certified admins. Really good stuff, going even deeper into the tech details. We will be covering tech on this workshop tomorrow, but the playbook goes even more in depth, is way more robust, is scripted and strategized and very, very cohesive, I should say. It's a full digital course. So I highly recommend checking that out. Jordan, if you can share these links in the chat, go highlevel.com/AI chat widget playbook will take you into the university. We are this just came out last week, and so I'm super happy to have released this playbook for you guys. It's an invaluable resource, and it also has links to like knowledge base articles, and from there you can really springboard into leveling up your product education, your product knowledge, and your understanding, so you know what buttons to click, right? That's what this is really all about. We also what was I going to say? Yeah, you can find that in the university. There's a chance if you get into your university and you don't see that playbook, hop on with support, because we can make sure that we get you access to that. It happens sometimes once in a blue moon that a user didn't quite get the proper offer for their course grantee. It's a technical issue or whatever, and it's known. So on the off chance that you head to the university and you don't see the AI Local Hero playbook for web chat widgets, then you might just need to get in contact with support really fast. But we will be happy to make sure that you have everything that you need. And with that said, we can kind of dive into the content. JB, are you okay if I just keep the train rolling here?
Choo choo! Let's go.
Okay, I will take that as a yes. So, with all that said, let's dive into some of the content. First of all, who is this workshop for? I kind of mentioned it, but it's really just for anyone involved in or looking to get involved in a small business that wants to have an AI chat widget on its website and get measurable results. So this could be for your business or for a client's business. We'll talk about those two different types of profiles, avatars, and what you need to do in order to get momentum with this thing. But if that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. As JB mentioned, this is a 2-day workshop. Today, we are going to be going over like the overview and positioning, kind of the entrepreneurial strategic outlook on the opportunity for AI chat widgets, why AI chat widgets, why we believe in this, why we're seeing it work so well in the community right now. And then day 2, we'll dive into some of the deeper tech pieces, what buttons to actually click to get set up and launched. So that's kind of the lay of the land. With that said, I'm going to dive straight into it. Let's get into understanding what we're really doing here. What is the point of this? What's the big lay of the land? Why AI chat widgets? Why do we care about this? Let me say it to you this way. There is a big problem in lots of small, especially local businesses, especially like independently owned, bootstrapped small businesses in the US. And it is the problem of the leaky bucket. Small businesses pour thousands into agency services. And I'm curious if you yourself have invested in or even provided some of these agency services in the past. They're very popular. It's like what our industry is really built on, right? Things like SEO, organic social management, doing social media stuff, paid ads around the internet, running advertisements, web design, trying to trick out the design of your website to make it more attractive and navigatable, etc. And in general, just kind of anything to get people to visit your business's website and to take action, right? To become aware of the business's presence online, to understand the brand, to start to hopefully move down the sales process, right? This is very, very common. I've worked with plenty of businesses who spend anywhere from $1,500 a month for somebody to make Instagram posts for them to $2,000 a month to run ads for them, right? Businesses invest in this. And unfortunately, tends to be a problem for them. This can be a real cycle of pain for a lot of businesses because it looks like this. Lots of these activities, most of the time, ends up just resulting in clicks. They get clicks, but then they don't convert. So I said, this gets clicks, yay. But who cares about clicks? They don't have the tools to actually drive pipeline success. We need tools to make sure that we're getting the most out of it. We call this the leaky bucket because it's like you're filling this bucket up with water But most people just click away after they don't find the proper engagement. They don't have the right way to connect with that business once they are on that website. And certainly, web design plays a role in this. There's all types of factors involved in this, but with an AI chat widget, it's a pivotal step in starting to turn that around to make sure that we're plugging those leaks, that we have another method to actually engage our website visitors and get them moving down the sales pipeline. So AI chat widgets solve this in a nutshell because they can answer questions, FAQs, connect with your lead or your website visitor, share resources or help them connect with offers, help a lead get advantage of your free lead magnet or get a promo code or something like that. Grant offers, like I said, set appointments. We can have an AI chat widget live from there, set a day and time to actually connect with a human to get them moving down the sales pipeline. It can even make sales, share checkout links, etc. And in general, help connect the lead or the website visitor into the flow of the rest of the sales pipeline so that we can take your sales pipeline from this to something more like this. Obviously, you're not going to convert every single web click, but we want to plug those leaks so that as we have people visiting the website, we're doing a better job of taking care of them. And web chat widgets in the past have really failed at this because we've all been to a website where you click on the web chat widget, you ask a question, and it says, "Thanks for your question. Typical response time 2 hours," or something like that, right? We've all had that happen to us, and it's ridiculous. It doesn't work very well. And this is why we need AI to actually come in and be a good representative of the business. We'll learn how to train them and how to get them all set up tomorrow. But being able to actually connect with a website visitor, turn them into a lead, gather contact information, actually capture them into our marketing ecosystem, getting just a couple more of those, just increasing the conversion, that makes all the difference. And it actually justifies the investment in some of these marketing services. So, anyone in the audience here today who has either invested in or provided SEO services or typical top of funnel marketing services, paid ads, stuff like that, anything driving traffic to the website, it's time to start not just thinking about how many clicks can we get to the website, but what happens on that website to actually do what we call capturing a lead into the marketing ecosystem and encouraging their movement down the rest of the sales pipeline. We want it to be like a slip and slide down toward the end where they end up becoming a sale. And if we just focus on top of funnel activities, then we're not necessarily going to actually get to the result that we want. But HighLevel's AI chat widget kind of solves this. So that all said, I want to move into some technical details. I'll zoom in just a little bit just to make sure you guys understand the value proposition in terms of the cost of AI chat widgets, because there are costs associated with it on top of having a HighLevel account. We do need to pay for conversation AI in order to make these calls out to OpenAI, the platform we integrate with. So there's two options for that. The first is pay as you go, 2 cents per message. So you can turn on the AI employee, and we'll learn how to do that tomorrow. And just start running as paying as you go, 2 cents per message, or you can get the unlimited AI employee for $97 a month. So it really depends on how much volume you're doing, how much traffic a website is getting, and how many messages you think an AI chat widget is going to send to the whole list of those website clicks. But I did the math for you guys, and the break even point here is 40, basically 5,000 messages. If you're gonna send more than 4,850, then it's cheaper to go unlimited. So that's just a bit of math for you. But there's a couple other factors to consider. With the AI employee, when you go unlimited, you get the whole suite of AI features. And that's really important because it comes with these other things, like we can do inbound voice AI, we can do content AI, have it generate content for us for like blogs and email templates and etc. Um, we have review replies AI, the workflow AI helper, and a funnel builder. So having AI actually build funnels for you. So these are features we're not going to go super in depth on in this workshop because they're not quite related to an AI chat widget. But I highly recommend that you do your diligence to understand everything that HighLevel can do in terms of AI and factor that in when you're deciding how you want to pay for this. Because if depending on which features you utilize, it may make more sense to go unlimited. But if you're on the fence, if you just want to take the next step with the least amount of risk and commitment as possible, you can always change your mind. You can always change your plan. So just start with the 2 cents per message, start gaining momentum with that. And then you can always upgrade to unlimited if that makes more sense for you. And the best part is you can actually test your conversation AI bot. We'll learn how to do this tomorrow. You can test it totally for free. So you can send as many test messages as you want, make sure you get it totally set up for success before you actually deploy.
So
And then,
Haplin, we
yeah,
have for our new folks that are online joining us here, we do have the Summer of AI. So if they go onto our
boom.
website, they sign up for the Summer of AI offer details. We are running those special offers week by week. The question pops up: does this per usage pricing still apply if they go ahead and activate that? And if so, or if not, what's next thereafter? Because I know there's that deadline here, and
Yeah. So this is what I was going to mention just right next is right now we are in the summer of AI, which means we're giving out the full unlimited AI employee for free. So I highly recommend head to your agency settings or your agency view and just click the Summer of AI tab right there at the top. It'll give you all the information about how to take advantage of it. And if you have more questions about exactly like maybe you want to start on the full AI employee for free, but then downgrade to pay as you go once the trial ends, or we're super flexible with that sort of stuff. But if you want to get the full lay of the land and get the right implementation for your specific situation, you see on my screen, there is a button to just get on a call. You can get on with our support team, ask questions about it. They will hold your hand through implementing the AI employee with the Summer of AI offer. But this is all for you guys. It's you're only receiving here. There's only things to gain. You can get the AI employee for free is the bottom line right now. So we're super excited to be sharing that with you. It's kind of the reason why we're here is to plug this AI employee because we're seeing it have such a big impact on high-level accounts in our community, people posting about it, implementing this for their clients, various implementations. The chat widget is a very popular one. So I think this is pretty much a no-brainer. And
you know,
speaking of
so
no-brainer, oh yeah, go ahead, JB, please.
and so look, y'all. We still get charged even though you're using it, right? We're still paying fees to the different platforms that we're doing it. We just want you to be aware that the chat AI, the voice AI, and the other AI employee features are there for you. That way you don't have to leave the high-level platform. That way, when you sell your foot in the door, you can maybe add this as an add-on. Maybe the voice is your foot in the door. Maybe the chat is your foot in the door. Maybe you have an existing list of clients that you just want to give them that experience and show them the AI portion because they keep asking you, well, do you do anything with AI? So you get to pick and choose how you want to implement this in your business. If you're brand new, we do have the playbook and other trainings like our 5-day challenge to help you get your first paying customer. But I believe the most important part here is turning it on. I mean, we meet people all the time that either don't know that it exists and just think that that's the nice desktop background, and we have other people that are just a little overwhelmed that they don't want to waste a day because they're not as techy as they believe they should be. Could you just touch on, how much tech level do you really need to take advantage of this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already excited for day 2. I don't want to jump the gun too much because I'm going to show you exactly what buttons to click to get everything set up tomorrow. And then the playbook goes even deeper in terms of some of the advanced options that you have. But the bottom line here is, guys, like the people who succeed with this, and I'm one of them, right? Speaking from my experience as well as all the agency owners that I've connected with in this community at events and stuff, we're not particularly techie people. This software is meant it's built around like local bootstrapped agencies. All the agencies that I work with, they're just people. They're just people who are looking to make money online, who had an opportunity. They had a family member who was a chiropractor who needed some help with their social media because he's in his 60s and they were his nephew or something, right? Like it's just people who are trying to chase that opportunity and who are trying to use software to optimize that opportunity and to actually build a legit business around it. But the people who have engineering degrees and PhDs and have custom coded all this stuff, we don't have a ton of those people in our community. And the ones we do have aren't necessarily given any unfair advantage here. the people that we see succeeding are just the people who are taking action. So it's not a matter of education, of personality, of tech know-how. It's really just a matter of disciplining yourself to understand what you need to understand about the platform, having a vision of how you're going to implement it, and taking action to pursue that opportunity. That's what we see this really coming down to in terms of success. The platform is built around helping those people, giving them super easy steps to take in order to take those actions. So I hope that's encouraging to a lot of the folks on the call. I hope you can steal some of my confidence. If you're not confident, take some from me, because I'm just a guy who's trying to click the right buttons. I'm a retail user of software, and I've used a lot of different tools: ClickFunnels, Acuity, ActiveCampaign, you name it, MailChimp, Zapier, on and on. And I've watched hours of YouTube videos, probably like a lot of you guys have. And HighLevel is it for me. It's been the easiest and most effective tool that I've ever implemented for my use cases in the small businesses that I work with. I'm super excited to show you guys how easy it is. And JB mentioned all the resources that we have for getting your first client. And we're not going to go super deep on the client acquisition on this call or in this workshop, but I do just want to talk about the big picture of, is this worth it? With the cost of AI, with the AI employee, how do we position this, or how do we think through the value proposition? It's really simple. We just do the math in the form of a question. If you made just one more sale per month, what would that look like? That's a great starting place for starting to get into some of what we call sales positioning, right? So, I mean, many businesses stand to gain much more than just one sale a month. The benefits can far, far outpace one sale a month, but it's kind of a nice starting place just as a thought experiment, a hypothetical. What if this business made just one more sale a month from a solid, well-trained AI chat widget engaging every single one of its website visitors? We compare the website without the chat widget to the hypothetical website if it did have a chat widget, and ask, do we think it might be reasonable if that chat widget did a good job of speaking to everyone who engaged with it? Do you think that business might make one sale a month? And that's pretty reasonable to just at least get our feet wet and starting to think about the value proposition of the chat widget. So I have a little example here. I come from the fitness industry. I know how to sell a gym membership, and I've been working with gyms for a while. So this is a very common one. And so it's numbers that I know really well. You can do this for your business or your industry, or if you don't know, go ask a friend who owns a business, or connect with someone in the community, or just Google it, right? There's so much information out on the web, but I know from experience for, like, let's say a yoga studio, typically it's about $100 in MRR, monthly recurring revenue, a membership to a yoga studio. They can get way more expensive for sure, but we like to use conservative numbers here. That's another, pardon me, that's another great sales principle when you're getting into this kind of mindset. Always try to use conservative numbers, right? Just one more sale a month. You could make 10 more sales a month, but let's just use one. And your membership might be 150 or $200 a month if you're a boutique studio, but let's go conservative. Let's just use 100. Typically, retention for a new member anywhere from 6 to 12 months, and it can be a lot longer when people really get connected to the culture and start to build community at a place like a good yoga studio. But let's just be conservative here. Let's just use 6 months. Um, that's a lifetime value for a new sale. Every time that yoga studio makes a new sale, they're making, in the big grand scheme of things, anywhere from 6 to 1200. So let's just use the conservative number, $600 for a sale. What would that business be willing to pay to install that chat widget that's going to make them one more sale a month? AKA, when we get down to the bottom, and like get all the variables and apples to apples, it's basically, what would you pay to get $600 a month, right? That's kind of the bottom line of this logic. And this isn't the only way to think about sales, but it is one helpful way to kind of dip your feet into the water of starting to understand the value proposition of the chat widget. What would that business be willing to pay to get that one more sale a month? And I'm curious, for you guys in your industry, take a moment right now, live on this call, as I'm speaking, start to think through, if you're niche down, if you own a business in a particular industry, you understand your customer profile, do a little bit of that math, just really quick, jot it down on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but I'm curious, what do you think the right price is for this? What would you charge for an AI chat widget? Or what would you expect to pay for an AI chat widget in your own business if you knew that that was going to deliver one more sale? per month for you. And again, this is the most conservative numbers possible. People are benefiting to way greater extents than just one sale a month, but it's helpful for the thought experiment, right? To add confidence, add belief to our process so that as we go out to implement the AI chat widget, we have a lot of confidence in the value that it's going to provide. JB, I'm curious if you see anybody in the chat who has responded with any of the numbers that they've kind of conjectured about what they might charge for the AI chat widget, or what they might be willing to pay for it.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on. I think we might have a little bit of a lag with Facebook. It is Monday morning, and some people look at the news and some people jump on Facebook. But I am looking at YouTube as well. I don't see anything
Yeah.
yet, but once they start popping in, Haplin, I'm gonna send them over to you, and we can unpack them here as some examples.
Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes the stream can get a little laggy, so if you're just hearing me now, I might have said those words maybe a few minutes ago, so it might take a little time to catch up, but no worries. I will cut to the chase for now. I'll be interested to see what people ended up putting in the chat, but I'll cut to the chase because we kind of have the answers to the test here. I was just kind of trying to see what you guys think, but we see it in the high-level community. We have a private Facebook group where many of you folks are watching this right now. We see success stories of people implementing chat widgets. I talk to agency owners at events like this all the time. Price really varies depending on industry and a few other factors like we were talking about earlier, but we see people in the community charging anywhere from $297 to $497 a month. Plus, when you're on SaaS mode, when you have the SaaS mode activated, which we can talk about as well if people have questions, you have the ability to actually recharge data. So when we're talking about the cost here, going back to this slide, yes, that's something that the agency is going to have to pay for, but it also, there's a way to just pass those charges on. So you can get started without any risk. You can basically say, hey, it's 2 cents per message, but I'm just going to have my client pay for that. And then you could even do like, hey, it's just $100 a month, but then you pay for every message that you send, or it's 150 and you pay for every message. You could also fold it in and sell it with unlimited messages, and then you eat the cost. There's all sorts of ways to do it. You can even mark it up. So you could say, hey, it's $100 a month, plus it's 3 cents per message. And now every time that AI engages with a new website visitor, the business, your client, is paying 3 cents a message, and we have to pay OpenAI 2 of those cents, and you actually make a margin. So it's another revenue stream for you, the more volume that they do. So that way everyone's on the same team about trying to invest in driving more traffic to that website, because the more traffic there is, the more data that's going to be processed. So there's all sorts of ways to do it. But we see people making a really good bit of money off of just installing an AI chat widget. It ends up being passive or semi-passive for the agency. You kind of get it set up once and then it's off to the races. Does need to be trained, does need to be optimized. As business information changes, we need to change its prompting, etc. But for the most part, it's hands off, it's doing its job, it's running the business, or it's running the website interactions for us. And the agency is just taking in a monthly rate. And it's a great deal for the business too, because like, take home services, like a contractor or a roofer, they're getting a couple more appointments a month, a couple more opportunities a month that they wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And they're selling a new roof for $10,000, $15,000, right? This is a no-brainer for them to be able to optimize that web traffic, especially if that business is already invested in driving website traffic. If they're paying for various services to try to get more eyeballs on their home site, they need a way to reliably and powerfully like capture the attention and keep people on that website, and or get them converted into actual leads. They need that capture feature, and that's what the AI chat widget provides. So this is like a no-brainer win-win for everyone. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't charge this much. I'm not going to give you that explicit advice. I'm just here to share with you the logic behind what we see working in the community, what we've seen people posting about, and what I've talked to people at events about. So that is kind of the logic, the positioning of the AI chat widget from a strategic overview perspective. And then the last note here is that that's really just the entry point. We're not going to be able to go super deep into all the awesome things HighLevel does, but HighLevel actually has amazing resources for step-by-step, every step down the sales pipeline converting. So the AI chat widget, let me just zoom back to this guy really quick. We talked about going from this to this, And that's that website clicks to lead stage. That's something the AI chat widget is really good with, right? Getting into a conversation, capturing that lead information, and getting them into the rest of the marketing ecosystem. HighLevel's got great tools for optimization along every step of the sales pipeline. And so once we do capture that lead, doing SMS follow-up and email reminders and newsletters and other marketing ecosystem activities that help keep people engaged in the system and convert more and more of them over time, even the ones who aren't a good fit for services right now. Maybe they fall off the wagon, maybe they no-show their setter appointment, or maybe they they start ghosting us, but we have a great marketing ecosystem in place to continue engaging them, and maybe 1 or 2 months later they wake up. Things like that. These are all leaks in the bucket that most businesses don't even realize they have. HighLevel's got the AI chat widget to plug the ones that we've talked about, and amazing other tools to basically plug every hole along the sales pipeline to maximize and optimize the conversion rate step by step by step. So when we talk about the AI chat widget, this is what we call a foot in the door offer, or sometimes like a tip of the spear. It's a really easy, straightforward value proposition, gives us a lot of confidence to be able to engage in sales conversations and grow a business around providing this specific service. But it's the entry point. After a month of the AI chat widget, it's a great opportunity to look at some of the other gaps or holes, especially as you can see with the sales pipeline reporting in HighLevel. If they have bottlenecks, say they have a lot of appointments booked, but their show rate sucks. Maybe they need a little help with a better reminder sequence, right? HighLevel can help with that. Just one example of how we can optimize each step of the sales process. So we're going to be focusing on AI chat widgets here, but I just want to kind of cast that vision that truly AI chat widgets are just the first step in being able to provide more and more value and create what we call a value ladder, so that after you get some great results with the AI chat widget, you can upsell them into more expensive implementations or more profitable implementations for you and for them. So that's what I mean when I say this is just the entry point. Let's get into what comes next for you guys. Moving forward, your path to success with AI chat widgets. There are two types of people on this call. I have kind of been alluding to them as we've gone along. But person one is you actually have a business that you want to implement an AI chat widget for. Maybe you own a small business or a local business. Maybe you are that home services, you are that roofer I was talking about before, you are that yoga studio I was talking about before. We'll talk about what you need to do in order to get success with this. But then we have person two, who is the reseller, or an agency, a high-level agency, or a SaaSpreneur, somebody looking to get involved with those businesses to provide those services and charge a fee. You are both in the right place, whether you are person one or person two, and I'm going to share with you exactly what you need to do. But I'm curious to hear you guys again. We might have a little lag here, so we might check in a bit. But if you're seeing this, hearing my words now, please put in the chat whether you are person one or person two. I would love to get a lay of the land in terms of understanding the audience we have on the call today and tomorrow in particular, so I can kind of curate content, etc. And I guess I will make the caveat that if you are both of these, if you have a business and you want to resell to other businesses, that's also quite common and smart thing to do. It's a great opportunity. Go ahead and put a 3 then. So if you're person 1, put 1. If you're person 2, put 2. And if you're both, go ahead and put a 3. And we'll see what the makeup of the audience is like today. I want to take a quick break before I go any further. JB, just to see if we have comments or questions in the chat so far, you can kind of help me out with those.
Yeah, man, a little water break doesn't hurt anybody ever. So definitely get refreshed there. Haplin, when you had asked a question about, what are people going to be starting, or what are they planning on charging folks? There was a few people here, like, for example, Josiah Sumter said 400 a month. Daniel said 500 a month. Tanya Marie said 199. Mose Khan 197. We had Brian Bigda 297 to 497, but he had a question around, is that just for access to the AI, or would he be opening that up for all of the features? So I'll leave that on the shelf there for some later explanation. And Vida 360 from YouTube said 197 a month. Utah Business Booster said about 149. So I mean, no one said anything less than 100, which is always good.
That is good. Yeah. Yeah, it is a common beginner mistake to, have imposter syndrome and think, "Oh, I can't charge that much for this." People are charging quite a bit for this, following this math logic that I went through earlier. So the folks who answered that, you guys seem like you're right on track. This can always be optimized and calibrated and changed based on the conversations that you do have. Another great piece of advice I'll just throw out there is, if you really want to hit the ground running, the most important thing to do is gain experience. And so we see lots of agency owners, especially this person too, who's just a beginner, new to HighLevel, looking to build experience and confidence, working with someone for free or for at cost, right? So maybe they just pay the 97 for the AI employee and that's it, or something like that. But gives you a great opportunity to get your first big result, your first big win with HighLevel. Gives you a chance to then solicit some testimonial information, like you can get on a Zoom call and hear them talk about the results that they've gotten. Super powerful for your marketing as you create a funnel and do social posts and stuff. You want to have your own content, your client testimonials, that social proof. It's really going to help you get to your next client. And as you're having those conversations with savvy business owners who are benefiting from the chat widget, you can talk to them about the results that they're getting with the chat widget, right? And so if you're talking with your client, your first client that you have, and you're charging 150 a month or 200 a month, and they got 2 new deals worth 5 figures to their business that month, that might be an opportunity for the light bulb to go off and for you to say to yourself, maybe I'm undercharging for this. Maybe I could get away with $300 or $400 a month, like some of the folks in the chat have already wisely put. So don't put pressure on yourself. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Your clients will give you a lot of answers, especially the trustworthy ones who have been in business for a while and have a good understanding of their own marketing systems, et cetera. So don't be afraid to learn from the market. Don't be afraid to work with your first client for free or at cost, just to get you more experience and help you build your confidence over time. But I'm
Yeah.
super excited to hear that from folks. That question that you asked, JB, let's go ahead and pin that. I will answer that first when we get to the end of this. We'll have a whole question section. I'll be happy to answer as many questions as I can in the chat, and I'll plan on hitting that one first. Is that all right?
Absolutely, man. I got to hear to the side. I had a few people respond back. Henry Johnson, he's person number 2.
Okay.
Darren Isaac is both, a mixture of both.
Okay.
Ruana Roan Torres mentioned she's person. Well, I don't know if she didn't mention she was person 2. My bad. Jodasiah Sumster, person 2. Darlene Carey, person 2. A lot of 2s here, man.
A lot of
We got
2s.
Alexandra,
Okay.
2. Couple of both. I'm trying to find a 1 and 2, any 3s. There's a couple 3s here.
Great.
Person 2, 3. Yep. There's a mix. Looks like a 50-50 for right now.
Yeah, so mostly 2s and 3s, it sounds like. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Great. That's what we love. And I mean, I'm just glad to hear everyone's awake, everyone's with me. We're all, I'm not speaking to an abyss here. We've got people in the chat. I'm so excited. It's
Oh
super
yeah.
encouraging. So
Facebook is catching up here, man. YouTube's
okay.
catching up too here as well. Oh, I got a lot of 3s on YouTube.
Okay.
So we got
cool.
on YouTube here, Mark 3, Kathleen Rhodes 3, Chosen 1 3, Pam 3, a lot of 3s.
Yeah.
Looks like a
3
YouTube's a
is
3
a great
spot.
place to be. I think, honestly, in my opinion, like person 3 is really just person 1 who's really smart, right? Because like person 1 wants to implement this for your business. You probably have a lot of experience and good understanding of your industry. You're probably connected in your industry. If you've got peers who are similar business owners to you, I mean, think about this. You want to start out by implementing any solution, marketing solution. It could be HR, it could, like any kind of business solution that you have is going to be of value to other people. If you get great results with it and you start making a lot of money or saving time or whatever the benefit is, it's pretty natural that you start to think to yourself like, hey, I could maybe repackage this up, clone it, productize it, install it in other folks' businesses that I know look just like mine, and they have a great shot at getting the same results I did, right? It's scalable. And the AI chat widget is a great example of this. And so if folks who own their own small businesses end up implementing AI chat widgets and getting a lot of great results from it, it's kind of a no-brainer that there's at least the opportunity to consider. It depends on your passion and what you want to be spending your time on. Do you want to go start prospecting and selling to other businesses, or do you want to just just focus on your own. There's no right or wrong answer, but the opportunity is clearly there. So it makes a lot of sense that the ones become threes, right? And we see that happening a lot, and a lot of those folks do really well with this stuff. And having that experience and that understanding of your own business, let's say it's a yoga studio. If you're a yoga studio owner, you have an unfair advantage on the twos, because the twos have never owned a yoga studio. They don't necessarily know how to approach or speak to other yoga studio owners. They've got a lot to learn in terms of client acquisition, rubbing shoulders in the industry, starting to build authority. But if you're already a yoga studio owner and you know what P&Ls look like, and like a lot of these different business principles associated with running your business, you have a leg up just in terms of seeing the bigger picture and being able to run with the vision of the value proposition of something like this. Person two still has a great opportunity in front of them as well. And I highly recommend that you do not wait on learning what you need to learn about your niche in order to build authority and to succeed in it. But yeah, I'm just glad we're all awake and we're all here. I'm super excited for the energy in the chat. So let's go ahead and talk about, anything else, JB?
Haplin, quick question for you here. For the person that is getting ready to sell this, position this in their market to their current client base, how important, based on your expertise, you working with thousands of agencies, how important is for them to have this on their website too? I mean, how important is it for them to be eating their own dog food, cat food, or bird food, whatever kind of food it is, that they should be using this themselves and be familiar with it so their clients could see that they are also a user?
Yes, absolutely. So even for person two, you kind of want to do the same thing as person one with regard to implementing a chat widget for yourself. I mean, you have a business trying to gain clients and make sales of your own, right? Your clients are the other businesses. And so there's a meta aspect to the way that we sell. And that's actually what we're about to get into right now. So let me just move forward, and then we're going to answer this question right away. First
And
of
while
all,
you're changing that slide there, real quick, there's a few of you. I'm going to be taking down this QR code here because it's kind of getting in the way. Oh, I think it actually went away.
okay.
We have a QR code here. I'm going to just put it up for one more second because we want to make sure that this isn't getting in the way here. One more second for you to scan this QR code. If you have not scanned this QR code, do it now. This is going to get you the replay, access to the snapshot, access to the resources link, and give you a reminder that everything is ready to go and any updates, so on and so forth. You got to make sure that, obviously if you've put do not disturb D&D from HighLevel emails, you might want to put in an email that maybe you've created a new email, because we will not be able to email you if you're on D&D. So please definitely update your email accordingly there, or be on the safe side and give us another email just in case you are on D&D. And then for those of you that are just tuning in, you can watch the replay. The AI employee instructions will be included in the email. I just wanted to make sure that everyone gets it, because our support team gets bombarded with some basic questions around how do I get the replay. So I do want to make sure y'all have that. I'm going to leave it up here for another 30 seconds. So please scan that with your phone. And Haplin, thanks for go ahead and kick us off here.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for getting us all situated with that, JB. Super important that we have a good understanding of everybody who has come to the call. And so we're really grateful for you scanning that. And it's also good for you because that's how you get access to all of the other goodies that we have prepared for you above and beyond just the workshop. So thanks, JB, for taking care of that for us. Let's get into this. It's really straightforward for person one. If you're just using this for your own business, or if you're person three, you're probably starting out as person one. Step one is to implement this chat widget for your own business. Just set it up and deploy, show up tomorrow for the tech setup and deployment, and launch and iterate. So this is going to be really straightforward. Basically, your main call to action is to just show up tomorrow and make sure you use the playbook. So that's going to be really straightforward, and lean on support resources. Again, our support resources are here. I'll talk about them even more in just a minute. But now let's talk for a second about person two. You have all the same needs as person one, plus you have this question of how do you get clients, especially the beginners. If you're an experienced agency owner, you know to go to your current clients and bolt on the AI chat widget. If you have done sales in the past, you know how to go do prospecting and all that. But a lot of people on this call have this question. A lot of people that I talk to are newbies who need a little help with how to get clients. And while I am not necessarily here to give explicit sales advice, we do have entrepreneurial resources for you. And this is kind of what JB was maybe hinting at when he led me on with that question about implementing an AI chat widget for yourself. And then, like I said before, do your first 1 to 3 clients for free in exchange for marketing. This is a really powerful way to build momentum fast. It's more important at the beginning that you get experience and confidence in your system rather than just making money. The money will come. People are profiting very, very handsomely with HighLevel, with AI chat widgets, as well as other SaaS like services that they implement using HighLevel. But you never get there if you don't really know what you're doing. And that involves knowing not just what buttons to click. That is part of it. We're going to be tackling that tomorrow. I'm going to make sure you have everything that you need for that. But it's also just having the savvy to be able to speak confidently about your offer, to be able to communicate, connect with potential clients, make sales, and having the confidence to actually take action and get your hands dirty and be willing to take the risk that you might launch a chat widget that flops or doesn't get quite the result or that you want or isn't trained properly. There's going to be some eggs broken along the way to make this omelet. And that's why it's so important that you just take the pressure off yourself. Business has never been perfect here. We've never had somebody just be smooth sailing all the way to 7-figure agencies, right? It is always a tack, 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 lessons learned, lessons learned. And so anything that you can do to take the pressure off of yourself and just give yourself the freedom to just fail your way forward. That's a phrase we hear a lot in this community, fail forward. We don't want to be afraid of failure, but we want to use every failure as a step down the way to success. And that said, we see a lot of people succeeding with this chat widget too. So I'm happy to get you guys to that point. But we also have, like I said, these entrepreneurial resources that I want to make you aware of right now. First of all, the website plus snapshot. We have a whole HighLevel snapshot dedicated to helping you resell the AI employee services. This is about the summer of AI in general, which covers a couple different AI services, and the AI chat widget is certainly one of them. You want to put this up, customize it, and or get your own version of a website up so that you have somewhere to send people when you're doing your own prospecting, when you're in those conversations, when you have a business card. You want to have a place to send people so they can learn more about your offer. We've got a beautiful template that you can also turn on your own AI chat widget for. This was what JB was hinting at. If you've got a great chat widget on your website, you send a business owner to that website and tell them, hey, go talk to my AI chat widget, see what you think. They go have their own conversation with it. What a great way to build trust and confidence in the sales process. Because if they interact with your chat widget, and it does a great job of answering their questions and then gets them booked onto your calendar to get on a Zoom call to talk about sales, like boom, it's integrated into your sales process. It's building trust along the way. They're going to get on that call and you're just going to ask them, so what did you think? And they either kind of want it or they don't. But that's such an easy way to start building momentum with sales. You don't have to convince them of anything. You just show them, just send them to your website, have them interact with your chat widget. So if that's where you want to start, if you're person two, that's where you want to start, is building a chat widget for yourself to help you sell chat widgets, right? That's a perfectly appropriate thing that we see people succeeding with all the time. Beyond just that, we do have some additional resources. These are like the tech stuff, the website, as well as the follow-up sequences, sales pipeline, calendars, like I was talking about, and more. Like the whole HighLevel system is really in there. Then we also have a great prospecting script as well as sales approach. These documents are geared toward voice AI, actually, which was our super promo last month and is one of our great features. But a couple word tweaks. It's just a verbiage shift to be able to sell conversation AI with a web chat widget as well. And we have a group presentation on all the benefits of an AI employee. So if you find yourself networking at your local chamber of commerce or a BNI meetup or a private group, or you run your own webinar or anything like that, group presentations, we have a full white labeled deck that you can use to help you at least give you a starting place to be able to present with confidence about the benefits of an AI employee and start getting you into more conversations with business owners. I want to give a big disclaimer. We have a couple other resources too. I didn't mention some organic social posts and stuff like that, just to give you a starting place, to give you as much marketing ammunition as you need to at least have a vision of this is how people in our community are selling. And speaking of that, this is based on what we see in the community. There's a lot of approaches to sales and client acquisition. They're all valid to different extents in different contexts based on personality. This is not me saying you need to go follow this script, right? It's not even a sales script at all. It's a sales approach. It's a general framework that we see working well in the community that I've had success with myself. And so it's recommendations or just pointing you in the right direction. We're not, standing. We're not dying on this hill in terms of you must sell it this way. We're not here to be sales coaches. HighLevel is a software company. We like to focus on the tech, but we want to make sure that we give you some help and some support based on just what we see people succeeding with in the community. So we have a genius community of entrepreneurs and agency owners who have all different kinds of sales approaches influenced by all different kinds of people. Tony Robbins, Jordan Belfort, like there's 100 million different ways to sell a client to make a sale, and they're all valid to different extents. So we don't necessarily want to corner you in or make you feel like you have to do it a certain way. I just encourage you to check those out if you need and use what's helpful, and then feel free to set aside what's not helpful. Something's not helpful for you, just don't use it. Not a big deal. Do what you need to do to get confidence in your direction and your path forward to getting your first client, if you are that second person who needs to start building momentum on the client acquisition front. So that kind of brings us to the end here. And I want to give everyone on the call some very specific homework. Please, if you have not done this yet, do this. Get on your kickoff call. I'll share the link in just a second. It's on the next slide. Get on that one-on-one call with our team to get your most fundamental pieces of your account set up and start getting you building momentum and just knowing how to navigate HighLevel. When you first log into HighLevel, there's a lot going on, and that's a double-edged sword, because a lot going on means there's a lot of great results you can get, but it also means you can get lost. It can be confusing. It can be overwhelming. And if you're that type of person, don't make it hard on yourself. Just let us kind of hold your hand through your first navigation of the platform. It makes all the difference just in terms of helping you know what buttons to click. Next up, piece 2, homework item 2, access and review the AI Local Hero Playbook web chat widget. I am actually going to really quickly show you where this lives. Sorry, I'm going to stop my share and then reshare that tab. Oops, give me 1 second, JB, because I want to show people just live how they can get access to this playbook, because this kind of causes confusion sometimes. So here we are inside of HighLevel. If you're in a sub account, you might be looking at a page that looks like this. Once this loads, if you see a page that looks like this with AI agents, marketing automation, we'll learn about some of these things, but you want to click here. And if you see the button switch to agency view, click that. So you go to agency view. If you click this and you don't see anything, that means you're already in agency view. So that's good. In agency view, there is a button called University. This is where all of our playbooks live, not just the AI chat widget, but there's lots of really great educational resources in here. As you can see, JB mentioned the 5-day challenge, reputation management playbook, all these different awesome services. That's what I talked about. You can graduate up into those. We'll talk about how to have you set sail with those at the end of tomorrow. But the one I want you to focus on for now, AI Local Hero Playbook. Right here, this is our beautiful playbook, walking you through all the pieces of the AI chat widget. Lots of this stuff we went over on the call today. Even more we'll go over on the call tomorrow. So they are supplemental to one another, complementary to one another. But with regard to the entrepreneurial resources, you see this AI chat widgets, where I went over a lot of the same content we went over today. Snapshot plus resources here. This is where you can get your hands on all that stuff. The snapshot link with the website templates, the social media organic posts, group presentation, prospecting, sales script, and strategy. All of that is right here. And then we get into some of the tech pieces that we'll be hitting tomorrow. So please make sure that you access the university and then go to the AI Local Hero Playbook on web chat widgets. It's the latest one we've done, which means which means it will probably be the last one because it's the most recent edition. So if this page ever loads, we'll see that it's at the bottom. So let me actually pull us back over into the deck again so that we can review that. Boom and boom. Lastly, come back tomorrow to walk through setup and deployment with me. Starting tomorrow, we will be showing you what buttons to click to actually do the tech setup, the AI chat widget. We wanted to take it nice and slow today to give you a full lay of the land in terms of what this is all about from a strategic angle, getting your mindset right, getting an understanding of what the whole path, what the whole journey looks like is so important. We want to measure twice, cut once. But starting tomorrow, we're going to be cutting. We're going to be starting to build momentum, getting our hands dirty, building AI chat widgets, and showing you how to do all that. So that is basically what I got for you guys. In order to get on your kickoff call, Jordan, if you can share these links, make sure that you get on this kickoff call. Speak with us/live-walkthrough. That is how you can get on a call with us, even if you're still on a trial, even if you haven't paid HighLevel a dime yet. That's something we want to do to help make sure that you're set up for success. It's a win for us because we know if you're well equipped, then that makes you more likely to use HighLevel for a lot longer. And it's a win for you because you're going to actually get your hand held through some of the setup process. And then this is the quick link to take you into the university. I showed you how to navigate to the university, but you can also just click that link. It'll take you straight in there to that first module of the AI playbook. So that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for your time listening to me for so long. I know I rambled a bit, but we can get into some questions now.
I was gonna say, man, don't run out the back door on me so quick, man. I got a lot of questions for you.
All righty, good.
A lot of questions.
Good.
And I got so many questions that I put them on their own separate slides for you. So if you could refresh on your end, you could start on slide 36
Oh, wow.
through. We have. I mean, it's Monday, and people mean business. So I think I got most of people's questions. If I didn't get your question, it's because it was related to another question that I saw before yours. I promise you, if you have a different question, I'll get it on there. But as the questions still keep coming in, I promise we may not get them on the slide right now, but we will get your replies back within a few minutes after we shut the live off. One last thing, I am going to put on for the last time the QR code. So please, if this QR code is going to pop up right now, it's going to give you all the reminders, everything you need to know for this workshop, because you need to officially sign up for it. So here is the test. If you scan the QR code and you plug all your information in, including your email, and you do not immediately get an email, that means you're on some sort of do not contact list. And we're not going to contact you, which means you got to refill that form out again with another email, right? So make sure you put another email in. If you're not getting a confirmation email, this is going to get you the snapshot, resources, and the access to the playbook course. Haplin, feel free to omit questions as needed. I left the best one for last because it shared the enthusiasm of getting techie.
Good.
Right? And shout out to iStunt Directory, whomever that is, just wants to get it going. And tomorrow is the day, 12 p.m. Eastern. But I'm going to throw the mic over to you, and I'll be looking out here for some other questions.
Great. Yeah, I'm going to zip through these as fast as I can to get to so many. Thanks so much, JB, for putting these in there. That's super professional, man. We're on it, putting questions straight into the slides. So if you're watching on YouTube,
it's only our fifth one, man. It's only our fifth one together here. It's only our fifth one together here. We're starting to get this on a nice rhythm here. Choo choo.
This is streamlined. The choo choo. I can't even. Okay, great first question, Julian. This is an easy one. To install a chat widget on a customer's website, does it require that customer to have a GHL account? The short answer is yes. But did you know that with the agency plan or above, that's the $297 plan or the $497 plan, you have access to unlimited sub accounts. So the whole point of HighLevel is that you can clone anything inside of something that you build for yourself into another iteration of it totally for free. So you can build another sub account for that client and go service them through that sub account. So that's the kind of the whole point of HighLevel and reselling, is that you have unlimited sub accounts you can build. You can bring on unlimited clients and have all of them in their own sub account under your HighLevel account, under your agency account, and you won't pay another dime for it. So that's how HighLevel is set up. You have the agency level, and then you have as many sub accounts as you want, and you actually even have the capacity to white label it. So when your client logs in, they don't even see HighLevel anywhere. They just see your brand. So you put your brand, Julian A. Ramirez Software.com, everywhere on there. We help you do that right out of the box. That's something we can help you with on your kickoff call, actually. So if you're interested in reselling under your own brand, and you're going to have clients log in and see the dashboard for your results, it's a great value proposition. And HighLevel encourages people to do that. We don't need your end user. We don't need your clients knowing a thing about HighLevel's brand. We just want your brand to succeed. So not everyone does that, but it's a great way to do that. And the bottom line is, yeah, you can just build a sub account with a couple clicks of a button. You have access to unlimited sub accounts with HighLevel, assuming that you're on the 297 plan or above. If you're on the 97, that's only going to get you access to, I think, one or two. It's kind of the beginner. So you might want to start there, and then you can upgrade at any time once you get to the number of clients that requires you to upgrade. Okay. Hans, did I get it right? I pay 97 for the AI employee a month, and can I install it in every sub account and resell it to every client? So the 97, that is per sub account. So this is the big thing with data that you want to make sure that you are factoring into your prices, whether you're passing it on, whether you're upcharging for data. You can resell the AI employee unlimited for any price as well. So you can add margin to that, even if whether it's unlimited or pay as you go. But that is per client, per sub account. So great question there. You want to make sure that you're factoring that in. Result. Okay. Next up, Masio, I think I'm getting your name right. Can we create a voice chat widget, or is the widget text only? Great question. So we have voice AI. I just built a whole playbook on that for inbound calls. So when somebody calls the business, either from a Google profile or from the website or a billboard or wherever it is, just calling the phone number, we can have a live voice AI agent set up to field inbound calls. And that's a whole thing. It is very, very cool. I highly recommend you check out the playbook on that if you're interested on live voice for inbound calls. For the chat widget right now, that is text-based currently. We're looking forward to having a voice-based one, more of like a full orb where they just kind of click it and the whole website can be integrated and navigated with a live conversation. That is probably coming up soon. The whole industry is kind of starting to turn that way, we think. It's hard to prognosticate. It's hard to tell the future, but it makes sense that that might be where things are headed. And we're looking forward to having that soon. But right now, with this workshop and what we have available to us, it's a text-based chat widget. We'll learn about how that works tomorrow, what it looks like, etc. But that is text-based. Great question, though. Freedom Facilities, is there some promo videos for AI employee? I have not located them. So I'm not exactly sure what promo videos you would be hoping for or looking for. I would, rather than trying to answer this question literally, I'd mainly just want to make sure that you have everything that you need to be able to get the most out of it. When I am in charge of product marketing for these features, and the promo videos that I make are just educational. So basically, what I would answer your question with is that I would encourage you to get into the playbook and start learning about the feature. We promote our features here by educating people about how they work and how to use them and what kind of results they can get with them. So go through the playbook, and that should give you everything that you need to feel properly promoted to, I guess. And if there's something that I misunderstand about that, then yeah, feel free to clarify or hop on a call, or maybe we can hash that
Haplin, I
out.
think on that one, what they might be referring to as well is like how we do our videos for our products. If there's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a white label, like we differ
Oh,
reputation
yeah.
management.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. So in the snapshot in the website template, we have a full white label VSL in there, VSL, video sales letter. It's basically just that is, yeah, a promo video that you can use. You can send out to your would-be clients, to your prospects, and say, hey, check this out. Is this something you're interested in? It's like a 1.5 or 2 minute video, just kind of going over some of the features, the general value proposition of the AI chat widget. It's fully white labeled, so you can swipe that and use it as you see fit, send it out to your prospects. I would also recommend that you make your own once you have a really good understanding of your specific implementation. Once you have client testimonials, screenshots of emails and other testimonials you've received, or whatever social proof, you can get a lot more juice out of making your own video, even if it's less professional, even if it's you on your laptop camera in your bedroom just saying, hey, here's my AI chat widget, share your screen, show some client testimonials. That can go even further. But yes, we have armed you with white label promotional videos that you can use to go help sell prospects. Great question, Freedom Facilities. Bill, is it the same process for an AI texting bot replying to a web form? It is similar. They're both going to use conversation AI. So the feature inside of HighLevel is called conversation AI. We'll learn how to set that up tomorrow. And it can apply to any channel we want. including the web chat, including SMS, I believe WhatsApp, and I believe Facebook Messenger and Instagram DMs. And we're hoping to add more soon. But yes, the overall feature is going to work very similarly, but the implementation is going to be different because we're also going to learn how to set up and deploy a chat widget in which it will live. So great question there from Bill. Randy, real estate advisor. Will this work for doctors, keeping HIPAA in mind? Short answer is yes. We have a whole HIPAA compliance suite add-on for HighLevel. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the most about HIPAA, but I know that HighLevel's got a full HIPAA add-on. So not every account needs it. So it doesn't come right out of the box. It does cost a little bit more, but we can make your full HighLevel agency account completely HIPAA compliant with just a couple tweaks and a couple clicks of a button is my understanding of that. And then once you've done that, the rest of the implementation looks pretty much exactly the same in terms of what you're actually going to do to get the chat widget set up. We have plenty of people in the community in the medical space, whether it's med spas or family doctors or physical therapists, or lots of different folk, chiropractors, dentists, etc., folks that are governed by HIPAA that succeed with HighLevel. So I encourage you to move forward with it. Get on your kickoff call to learn more about the HIPAA situation with how to make your your specific HighLevel account HIPAA compliant, because there is a couple hoops you need to jump through, but rest assured, plenty of people are succeeding in the community in those spaces. So you're in the right place. Matthias, what is the difference between an AI bot and a usual bot in response quality? Can I train the chatbot in other languages such as German? Great question. That might be a little too deep for me to be fully confident in. I would highly recommend you ask the question about the languages on a call with our support team and or on your kickoff call. So they would be able to answer you with more confidence. I believe there's something along the lines of what you're needing to accomplish here is going to be possible. We do cover a lot of different languages. And then with regards to AI versus the usual bot, we've learned in the past, like the many chat format of just like the big flows, the big if else's, the keyword based stuff, the stuff that's based on workflow movement. And that is still possible, but AI is just a lot better. It's way easier too. You can actually just train AI. You can prompt AI like you're speaking to a human, just kind of give it human instructions, and it has the sophistication to be able to follow them. And there's a lot more sophistication with being able to improve it. You don't when you get it set up and launched, you don't have to then go analyze all those paths in order to optimize it. It's way better and easier and faster to be able to just use AI. So it's not impossible to use if else logic and build really complicated bots for all of that stuff. But in 2025, it's a no-brainer that the focus is on AI. Oops, sorry for that mic tap there. AI is only going to continue to get better and better and better. That's where all the investment is. It's where all the momentum is in the market right now. So if you're on the fence about that for some reason, it's a no-brainer that 99% of the time you should be focused on just developing an AI employee that's going to help you, not just with an AI chat widget, but in those other channels as well. Does it only work on WordPress? Henry, no, it does not. We'll go over how to install the AI chat widget anywhere on the internet tomorrow when we talk about deploying it. You can put it on a website built on HighLevel. You can use our WordPress plugin, or you can copy and paste that embed code anywhere you're building a website across the full internet. You have a lot of flexibility. I highly recommend building on HighLevel. It makes things even easier and saves you money on whatever other tools you'd be using. We can talk about that tomorrow as well. But yeah, WordPress as well. Okay. Can we be selective? Yes, you can. I'll show you tomorrow. We go one by one. You only turn it on for the accounts that are going to use it, and you can choose whether you're unlimited or not. Sub account by sub account. It's fully flexible. Great question, Debbie. Uldis, I'm not sure if I got your name right. I'm sorry if I butchered it, but will there be access to the replay? Yes, you will have access to the replay, especially if you scanned that QR code that JB was talking about and used an email that is not set to D&D in our system. So that way you can get access. We're recording all this. You will have access to the replays as well as the recorded course format, which is the playbook. CJ, will this call be at the same time every day this week? It is today And tomorrow, so it's not every day this week, this is a 2-day virtual workshop. We will be live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I will be here going through, showing you guys how to actually set up the chat widget, and then we will sail you off into the sunset. But beyond just this workshop, we have a ton of educational resources for you guys. It is crazy how HighLevel is investing in customer success here. So I'll talk about some of the other resources that you have to continue to develop your product knowledge and to continue to develop with other people in the community who are doing similar things as you. We have a great culture of mutual support, not just from our actual support team, but from other users. And we have certified admins, and I'll go on and on and on. Darlene, is it one charge to access for all of them? Do we pay for each separately? You will pay for each sub account separately. Great question. I think I answered that earlier, so I won't spend too much time on it. Same question from Ramon. It is $97 per sub account, but you get it all for free right now with the Summer of AI. Can you have or build a voice AI chat widget on your website? So I answered this one as well. Only text for right now. Hopefully voice is around the corner. But voice is also live right now for inbound phone calls. So if your call to action is call this number, you can kind of get to the same end result of having somebody have a live conversation with an AI employee. And I think that's it. Oh, yeah, some empty slides. Can we just learn how to set this up already?
Dude, I saved the best for last. Right? You gotta love the enthusiasm. You gotta love the energy.
That's
Look,
what we like to see. Yes, iStunt. So if you iStunt directory and other folks who are feeling the same way, go check out the playbook. You can get way ahead of me here. No reason for me to hold you back. It's a really quick playbook, and it shows you exactly what buttons to press. You can go learn everything on there right now, and skip tomorrow if you want. I'll see you out in the wild because you'll have everything that you need. I will be going over all of this content live tomorrow, answering questions and connecting with you guys again, but truthfully, it's all there in the playbook too. They're both kind of the same thing. That's the live version, that's the recorded version. So if you are feeling antsy, you want to hit the ground running, and you want to skip a read ahead, get ahead of this whole thing, then just go through the playbook and you'll have everything that you need. With that said, we are at the end of this thing. JB, is there anything that I missed, or are we feeling good?
I have 13 more pages of notes to go over. I hope everybody has a few more minutes left. No, Haplin, man, if you don't mind, stop sharing real quick, just so that way folks don't think we're AI bots here. Look, y'all have been amazing. Help me give it up for Haplin in the chat. Throw some emojis in there. Throw some high fives. Throw some one-liners. Throw whatever you want. Throw some AI bots at him if you'd like. But Haplin, man, thank you so much for just, in a smooth, easy to understand, solid way explaining what we need to be prepared for. And I know tomorrow, a big thing that you always tell any of our students that pop in is they should have a tablet next to them with this streaming live. They should have their phone, whatever, and then their computer with everything ready to go, right? Because you're going to actually go through the button clicking where you could actually set this baby up and press the metal to the pedal and get rooming. Am I right? Or am I wrong?
Is it metal to the pedal, or is it pedal to the metal?
Pedal to the metal. That's a whole other episode here, man. But if they are following along tomorrow, are we good to go and getting this live as we do it with you? Or is there more instructions to follow? Like, how easy is this going to be tomorrow?
I'm excited. You'll have to come by tomorrow and show up. You guys have everything you need. If you can log into a HighLevel account, then you're ready to get going with this. You're ready for tomorrow. I highly recommend you get on your kickoff call today. Leave the call right now and go get on your kickoff call. Talk one-on-one to a live support rep on our team to make sure that you have access to your account. Just the most basic things, how to navigate it. The difference between agency view and sub account view. Little things that beginners tend to get tripped up on when they're just not as experienced. But yeah, as long as you can log into a HighLevel account, show up tomorrow, get ready to click some buttons with me. That is going to be a really, really fun time actually setting up chat widgets and setting up conversation AI and installing it on a website.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Haplin. Look, if you guys have not purchased your tickets for the HighLevel Level Up Summit, you got to get that going. Go on our website to learn more. We're back here tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time zone. Replays will be available. Scan that QR code. You got another 10 seconds before we take that off and we get off online. Haplin, man, appreciate you, bro. We'll see you on the next one. And look, y'all, we got more coming at you. Take care.
Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. We'll do it again.